Alright guys, couple timer ideas. Menace crew is brutally fast. So like Reaper's Rebels are half cocked on a couple different tiles and we already just closed that one. So Menace crew is brutally fast. It's like if you can just brute strength the map, that's always an option. But I do like setting up timers. And one of the strategies I've always liked is setting up fifth ring anchors close to headquarters. So if you look at map flow, like the direction of flow for us, we'd have to check timers, but generally speaking, red is not going to be much of a threat. So let's assume that we're going to be able to gain control of all of that. That's kind of assumed, right? But where it becomes a problem is taking control of this, but the timer on this might potentially be ahead, and we would not be able to gain access into that D sector, which is true in this case. So this one we just got, but we don't have the timer to get out of it because Shogun. So this opens in 2 hours. This doesn't open until 3:30. That opens in two and a half. So Shogun is, even though we just took this, that's why I said hold it. Even though we just took it, Shogun has timer advantage against all of this, right? And that's why I said load and hold this, so that we wouldn't close this until after these are closed by Shogun, and then close this, and that gives us the kind of the mirror effect of that timer advantage to get back into the D sector and C sector. Which is really not an issue, like I said, if you can just brute strength the whole map, because we can just come straight down the middle and fucking take it all back anyways. So that's always a possibility. But in terms of setting up timers, I like the E5C and E5A timers. I think those are good spots for us to get, because it's hard to access around the outside edges. You pretty much have to come straight through the center, but there have been plenty of instances this season where Reaper's Rebels has wiped out the center, and it makes it hard for us to travel across the map to get down into the D sector. And there's potentially tiles throughout the season that are going to be open down here, that we just can't access, so we lose fights. The other timer that I like is either B5A or B5B, and this time around, I think B5B is going to be the anchor, and we can alternate between those. Same concept over here. Just alternate between these two timers, and just make sure that, because right now Shogun has timer control over here, and yes, we have access back into it from the top, but we are going to lose this group to either Shogun or Sea Raiders. And I don't think Reaper's Rebels can reach it in time. I don't think so. But anyways, alternate between those two anchor points, and then that way we always have a way to access these parts of the map, even if we don't have access to the center, right? Makes sense? So on the B side, I think the correct move is take and take. This we can take, it doesn't really matter. But do not take here. And allow orange. Blue is loaded here, but orange has the timer control. Allow orange to take this. If orange does not take it before their supporting sector opens, if orange does not take it, we can go ahead and close it, but then load and hold orange as well. And basically what that's going to do is keep blue from moving this way. Hopefully orange takes it. That would definitely work in our favor, because we can block blue here and here, and then take our sweet time taking B5B. Basically just wait, because it's uncontested, orange can't take back their own tile. Basically wait hour and a half, whatever, so that after orange takes this, blue gets back out, but doesn't have timer advantage against this location. So close them off there, which keeps blue out of this path, right? That's the idea. Little timer things like that. You can pull it up on PC and see which tile opens in what order, and I'm gonna switch to mobile, so I'll let you guys do the PC part of it. But those are the holds that I would recommend. Is in this situation, it's going to be the B5B hold on the B side, and then for the E sector, E and F sectors, blue is going to move here. They basically have to. We have to win this race. I forget the tile. I think that's, what is that? E4B. We have to win that race. Blue will move here. They basically have to. They don't really have anywhere to go. We do not have a timer on this E5B or whatever that is. We do not have timer access to this. So either blue or red is going to get it, which is not a big deal. Either way. Win this race, though, and then load and hold here. Blue is going to do us the favor of poofing green from access to this tile. So we shouldn't have to worry about that. Just load and hold this. We've already won this. And wait to close this E4 sector until the next round is about an hour away, and then close this, and then close behind here. So blue will be trapped basically right here, essentially. In a nutshell. It seems kind of petty, but long term the goal, Uprising is my career guild, and we're not what we used to be. But there was a point in time when we were pretty awesome. Long term, the goal is, yeah, we paint the map white once a day, but if there's no organization to the timers, then it just gets painted blue, you know, a few hours later. And realistically, the only difference between us and Reaper's Rebels is the fact that we build heavy. And there have been plenty of points in the season where Reaper's Rebels had 30 camps, and they just didn't build heavy on them. So they're like, I mean, they're building nothing, apparently. Yeah, or bare minimum. That's realistically, that's the only difference in victory points right now in this season, is the fact that they're just not building quality camps. But in terms of ownership of possessions, they're plenty fast enough, and they've definitely taken over big chunks of the map multiple times this season. So the goal is to prevent this ebb and flow by setting up timers where no matter how much they want to take that tile, they just don't have access to it. And then hold those anchor points and kind of alternate between like anchor here, wait for the timer, and then anchor here. Just because it's that far away from our headquarters, but we're anchored in a fifth ring that's pretty hard to dig out, and just keep that timer advantage in that fifth ring on the opposite part of the map for the whole season. And kind of manipulate from there. You can kind of manipulate, okay, let's allow green to take this so that we can race blue here, and then close blue off here so that blue never has access to this bottom half of the map. That's kind of the way I see timers. So hopefully that's helpful. I'll let you guys run the monkey see, monkey hit part of it, because that's pretty self-explanatory. But in terms of timer holds, that's where it gets a little tricky.